Hey guys, it's been a really long time since I've put any videos out, mostly because I've been dealing with a ton of spiritual warfare in my life, and I needed to take a few months to figure out how to overcome it. I don't know if any of you saw my last video where I made over my art room, but during that video I had briefly discussed the fact that my family and I had just traveled to Arizona to be baptized. My husband, myself, and my mom each for the first time. And my son and his girlfriend for the second time. She was baptized as a child, and he was baptized in the military. We also followed the baptism later that day by my husband and I being remarried in the Lord after only having been married in a courthouse by a judge when we first got married 21 years ago now. So this was something we felt strongly needed to happen. And ever since we came back, it's almost as if the enemy was like, okay, you really mean this. You really want Jesus to be the king of your life. You really mean it because you got baptized. So my only act in order to try to get you back on my side is to attack you. I don't know if we're completely out of it yet, but if you want to pray for us, that would be amazing. It's really hard to make videos and uplift other people when you don't feel uplifted. It's also been hard to make art lately, but I have made some. And the reason I think it's been hard is because I stopped trying to model my art after other people's art or just choosing photo references and trying to paint them. I've noticed this as a pattern. Every time I have gone from one level of making art to another, I get kind of hung up and I don't know how to proceed until I understand what it is that I'm supposed to be doing at this level. In the very beginning, it was just about water control with my watercolor and understanding how to make the pigment move on the page the way I wanted it to, and understanding edges and things of that nature. And then after that, I realized I had to learn perspective and how to draw all of the features of the face, which was extremely hard. I don't know for other portrait painters out there if you have experienced the difficulty with painting facial features and how it's not as cut and dried as you'd think. Like, how do you build a nose on a face? Oh, you do this and this, but that doesn't look like a nose. It just never looked right. The angles were way off, perspective was way off, and I still am not good at perspective, so it's still really hard for me to use perspective to draw. I have to do other things. I really would like to take some serious art courses, but I don't even know how to begin, and I absolutely have no desire to take an expensive, overpriced art course from somebody who learned all of their art skills from YouTube, you know? If I'm going to learn art, I want to learn it from an art teacher who was trained to teach art. and I want to follow a curriculum that will get me from point A to point B in the healthiest and most sustainable way for my future art. I really want to make collections of pieces at this point and be able to sell them, I think, or at least put them up for sale somewhere. Let's see, in the last month, I sold 3 pieces, and that was really exciting. They were commissioned works from friends and coworkers. That was great. But I don't really feel that I consistently have enough skill, am capable of duplicating my work in a way that would serve me to market my work yet, and in a timely way, because I get stuck. So there's that. Yeah, I've just been spending a lot of my time trying to get my life back on track, trying to develop a routine that's sustainable for me, working night shifts. I was having a lot of trouble sleeping and having a lot of trouble in general. I'm curious if I put out a video like this where I'm just sitting here talking to the camera and showing you guys art that I've made over the last few months as I'm kind of talking about the last few months of my life, if anybody will watch it. YouTube is a really weird thing. All it is a bunch of people putting out there their thoughts and ideas that they have every day, but trying to make it, trying to package everything like it's really exciting and the most intense thing ever so that they can get views. I can't play that game that YouTube wants us to play, because I'll never put those kind of titles on my video unless it's a true situation that happened. I just want to put regular titles on my video, like this is a thing. And that's what I do, mostly because it's not sustainable. You can't have the most exciting, most intense experience every single day of your life. And basically, I'm not a salesperson. I don't think like that. I enjoy hearing other people's life experiences, seeing their life work, and I don't enjoy being hyped up. I just want to listen to people talk. I want to share my journey toward being enough. Authentically me, authentically loving Jesus and living for Him, authentically making the art that I love to make, and it's going to look like it's going to look, and I will work hard at it, but that has to be enough. I don't do well trying to decide what it is that people want to see. I've never done well with that. I want to be able to talk and communicate and live in the realest way possible with other people. No bullshit, my relationships are the same way. And that isn't always easy to do in a world where there are expectations and people are much more comfortable on the whole with all the surface things. But you can find your tribe, because I have been able to find one. I think it's special. It means a lot to me, being able to have people like that in my life. You can fake it only so long. And I think in my life, the times that I've faked it to get by were times that I was the most unhappy and the most deceived and just You just can't live like that. I've been kind of towing the line between trying to meet the world's expectations and then trying to be genuine and also meet the expectations only of my loved ones and the people I care about and Jesus. So I feel like if I focus on that, if I focus on my own health, my own fitness, everybody is different in terms of what they need every day out of their own personal like movement to not go insane, right? And then making sure that I'm serving other people. I guess this is sort of a public announcement that this is all I'm going to care about going forward. And if video making fits in with that, I think that'd be amazing. So, oh boy. So yeah, so that's what I came on here to tell you guys. And I'm glad that you listened. If you did, I'm glad you stuck around and listened. If you didn't and it was boring and you didn't want to, that's perfectly okay. And hopefully I'll be coming on YouTube more because it's fun. It's really fun when I'm not scared to death about what I'm about to say or what I'm about to show you and how it's going to be received. Like right now, I feel really light. And I don't know if this video even conveyed anything of purpose or that was worthwhile for you to watch. But I thank you for being here, and I hope you're well, and I hope you're having an absolutely beautiful day. Bye-bye.